Good afternoon and welcome again to our wonderful reception for Rita and Colin, who should now kiss. There we go. Every time I raise my glass, they have to kiss. Should we try it again? Raise your glass. A year and a half ago, when I was visiting Rita, I said to her, "You either need a dog or a boyfriend." I think she picked the better part. Both are going to need good training. On behalf of the family, Dad would like to certainly say a few words. So please, give it up for Dad.
Excuse me, at the time of it. Go on and cheer this, August. A kid meal falsha. August go on a dia gulta. Gaelic and Gaelic for the two cultures. Before I start my speech, I promise to keep it short in view of Father Martin's homily at the nuptial mass. He does go on, doesn't he? As long as we want to watch the buckfast into it. Now to begin. Ladies and gentlemen, and the McLaughlin clan, welcome to Rita's and Colin's Day. Especially you, Colin. Forward of the blame. I get the blame for that anyway. It is my privilege to make the first speech. For those of you who don't know me, I am John. And the lovely lady here beside me is my lovely wife, Margaret, Rita's mother. I am honoured that Rita has asked me to do this wonderful thing for her today and to give her away at the wedding as we celebrate the marriage of our youngest daughter and our new son-in-law. Your presence today here is so important to them. And at this stage, I would like to propose the first toast of the day. So I hope everybody has it.
If not, raise a hand.
Sadly, there are many families on both sides who are no longer with us today. They may not be here in body, but they certainly are here in the spirit. So ladies and gentlemen, please, raise your glass as we remember them, to absent friends and family. Rita is a wonderful daughter, a sister, a niece, an auntie and a friend. She has provided us with so much joy, and over the years we've always been proud of her, and everything she does, she gives it 110%. When she's talking, it's 120. She has achieved so much, and often through adversity. Rita, you have grown to be a beautiful, outstanding young woman, and a stunning bride today. Rita. Margaret had a great devotion to St. Rita, the saint of impossible causes, and a great love for her enemies. I think she bore the stigmata, so that's how Rita got her name, and so appropriate. I would like to tell you a little story of her school days. At lunchtime, the children would come home. Her brothers and sisters would arrive about 15 minutes before her, and Margaret wouldn't be very happy, as she had lunch ready. Party's over like from And I asked Rita, how is it you're always arriving home late? And she answered, I take a shortcut. It's true. We are so happy today to see Rita looking so beautiful, married to Colin, the Gratian groom, resplendent in his kilt. A wee story about Colin and his kilt. One day Colin was in Alboyne, taking part in the caber throwing event at the Highland Games. By a coincidence, two girls from Ardoyne and Belfast were on their first holidays to the Scottish Highlands. For the story, we'll name them Bernadette and Mary. Hearing of the Highland Games, they decided to go, and they enjoyed the kilty chunks of men tossing the caber, throwing the hammer, and straining their muscles in a tug of war. A short break in the events, and the contestants and onlookers headed for the beer tent for a refreshment. The girls also went to the tent. Excuse me. It was packed, and Colin was nearby with a beer in his hand. And Mary said to Bernadette, "You ask him." And Bernadette answered, "I'm too shy." And Mary said, "Have a couple more vodkas and I'll ask him." She approached Colin. "Mister," she said, "do you wear anything under your kilt?" And Colin looked up at her and he said, "At school, the teacher told us if we had a question, put your hand up for it." I'd like to welcome you into our family. You're a great lad, and clearly you make Rita very happy. There's a wee story about a couple who were married for 30 years. The wife noticed that her husband kept looking at their wedding certificate every day. Being a woman, the curiosity got the better of her, and she had to ask her husband, "Why do you keep reading the marriage certificate?" The husband replied, "I am looking for the expiry date." So Colin, you're stuck to her for life. Make the most of it and be happy. Above all, be happy, Colin. And I'd just like to read a few proverbs and a few quotations about marriage. The first is an Irish proverb. "Don't walk in me, I may not follow. Don't walk behind me, I may not lead. Walk beside me and just be my friend." And from Pope John II, "Have no fear of moving into the unknown. Simply step out fearlessly, knowing that I am with you, enjoying no harm, therefore no harm can befall you. All is very, very well. Do this in complete faith and confidence." That was Pope John II. And I diverse for a wee minute to tell you another story about Colin. On the outskirts of Arboyne, there are a number of villages. One in particular boasts a busy village hall, used for after burial receptions and wedding receptions, and every week entertainment is provided, sometimes very good and sometimes mediocre. This particular week it was a faith healer was the entertainment, and on a Sunday and Monday he was so good his fame reached other villages. So on the Tuesday the hall was crammed, standing room only. The faith healer asked for people to come forward. A good number came forward with all kinds of disabilities. The first was a lady on crutches. The faith healer asked for her name. "Mary," she answered. "And what do you desire?" "To walk without the aid of my crutches." "Fine," said the faith healer. "Go behind the curtains and pray." Second, a man came forward with a bad stammer. "What's your name, sir?" "Robert." "And what do you desire?" "To be able to talk properly." "Fine," said the faith healer. "Go behind the curtains and pray." And so on until a good number of people were behind the curtain. Then came a refreshment, interlude, and a game of bingo. There was a jackpot that night. Then the healer. The hall was silent unexpectedly. The faith healer, "Throw away your first crutch." A few moments and over it came. "Mary, throw over your second crutch," and over it came. A great cry upon disbelief. Faith healer, "Robert, say something." "Robert, Mary has fell on her arse."